Hello, welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. This is of course vlog video number 40, nearly halfway to 100, which, to be honest, I'm astonishing myself. This is definitely by far the longest I've ever committed to it, doing anything as far as social media or blogging, vlogging, recording videos, anything like that goes. So yeah, a round of applause to myself. Thank you very much. This is our last evening on holiday this Easter bank holiday here by the beach, so trying to make the most of it, getting in some fresh air, etc. Which, yeah, well, we're trying to make the most of it. Mr. Butlin, however, has a different idea as to how Sunday nights should be spent. So currently the maintenance team are busy cordoning off half of, well, everything as far as we can see. We just had to go through a little labyrinth to actually even escape the park to get some quietness and silence in the background. So yeah, no idea what they're doing, but there is a sign up as well to say that the arcades and everything's being closed at 9 o'clock, which is only a couple of hours away. So yeah, on a very busy weekend they're closing things, and in all fairness there's a lot of other stuff closed as well, so the experience has been quite muted, I suppose. There's a few things that, you know, you kind of expect to be available, it just isn't. Also, management of staff and staff duties and what staff knowledge here is just atrocious, to say the least. But yeah, as we're getting to the point of coming back to, or going back to reality, going back to work, etc., there's something I've learned recently, which is the previous generations and our generation, so generation Y, Z, and the next generation Alpha, obviously have, let me get rid of that, obviously have very different views on how money is made, or how you should treat health and wealth, for instance. So previous generations, their insistence was that you study for your entirety of being a child, so your entire childhood is thrown away into studying, going to school, going to university, or then going to, you know, if you want to be a doctor, going to med school, which, you know, is nothing against doctors or anything, we need them, but for anyone that doesn't want to be that kind of professional directly providing a service to the public, there's almost no need to go into education nowadays, because if you're just trying to get a generic job, I say generic job, most jobs, companies, etc., they don't really give a shit about what credentials or what diplomas or achievements you have as far as higher education goes. So the whole idea of spend your childhood being educated, then spend your entire adult life just having a job and working, only to retire and die shortly after, yeah, those days are gone, and they don't work anymore, they don't apply. And partly because decades ago, where, you know, you can come out of high school having hardly saved up any money and then just buy a house and there you go, you're set for life almost. That doesn't work either. You know, buying a house now is almost impossible. So unless of course you create wealth for yourself and buy a house that way, which is my intention. So the new way of living, you know, being well-being and health, etc., is you concentrate on your own interests on yourself and you turn that into a business, rather than working for big companies or big conglomerate or whatever and filling their pockets with money and profit. And not that there's anything against it, because that's how they make their money. They started a company, or maybe their daddy or their granddaddy started a company, and now they hire 100, 1,000, 100,000 people, whatever it is. Great, but I don't want to be one of those working for someone else. And at the same time, anyone who wants to be wealthy in life should also aspire to do their own thing in that respect. So yeah, and that puts me on what I like to call the home straight of my 5-year plan, in that it's 5 years until I'm 40, and I want to retire from regular work when I'm 40. So by regular work I mean I don't want to do the manual or menial physical tasks. Anything that can be done remotely from home or from an office or from the comfort of a sun lounger on the beach in Mexico, brilliant. I'll do it all day, any day, every day. But anything that requires manual involvement, that will be outsourced. So whatever that is. Obviously, for those that don't know, I do own a company installing and supplying, installing and supporting high-end AV systems, home automation systems, etc., that kind of thing. So in the next couple of years I'll be building that up to the point where I can start outsourcing some of the work to someone else, i.e. by hiring someone, or having like a third-party team take care of a lot of the maintenance and installation work, essentially. So that's my plan, or part of my plan at least, anyway. And that's what you should have as well, a plan everything, because without a plan you're just one of the guys in the background, or one of the girls in the background, and that's not the way to be, not if you want to be wealthy in life. Anyway, that's been video 40. It's getting really windy out here now. You can't really see it because I don't have much hair. But it's getting windy, it's getting cold. We're going to go back inside and get everything ready for the long trek home tomorrow. I say long trek, it's only like 250 miles, but for England that's a long way. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening.